Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Steven, and we want to tell you right off the bat that this video is longer than most of the videos that we make, but it's probably the most important one you're going to watch all year. We're making this for you, we're sending this to you now because it's summertime, and hopefully you have a little bit of a breather right now before the fall fundraising busy season starts, to think about two really core questions about your fundraising.
And if you answer these questions and upgrade your fundraising, we know that you'll raise more money this fall, and you'll also raise more money throughout the life of your organization. We want that for you, but it takes real work. We're asking you these questions because the answers to them will show you what to focus on in the coming months. Because unless you're nailing these fundamentals, there's no way you're raising as much money as you could be. So think for a minute or two about each of these. Even pause the video and write down your answers. And if you focus on improving the things you see, we guarantee you'll raise more money this fall. So here are the questions.
So, question number one. Are you giving your donors enough chances to help your beneficiaries? I've been doing this for 20 years and have only seen one organization that was asking too often. I've seen lots of organizations that felt like they were asking too often, but only one that actually was. And most organizations don't ask often enough. They might be sending out an email each month, but that email is full of stuff and is not a coherent, targeted ask or report. Because you design each of your communication pieces to do one thing and one thing at a time, right? So we recommend between 6 and 12 direct communications to donors annually, with 3 or 4 of those coming during the fall fundraising season when donors are more likely to give. About half of those communications should be appeals with a strong ask, and about half should be newsletters that report back to donors on what their previous gift accomplished. If you're not doing that many, the data from hundreds, thousands of organizations is very clear. You should be doing more, and if you do more, you'll raise more money. So, the second question, question number 2. Do your donors know what happened because of their gifts? It's really important, and think about this for a second, but the 2 most reliable ways to ensure that donors stop giving to your organization are, number 1, never telling them what happened, right? Instead of ask, thank, report, repeat, we call that ask, ask, thank, ask. How would that feel to you if you only get asked? And then number 2, telling them what happened but taking the credit for it. This happens when your organization writes things like, our organization was able to do A, B, and C. Even if you said thanks to you before that, it's still like sticking lipstick on a pig. You need to give them the credit, not say that your organization did it. More donors want to know what they accomplished with their gift than they want to know what you accomplished with your gift. So tell them what they accomplished. So here's an important summer project for you. Get hard copies of all your communications to donors over the last 12 months. Spread them all out on a table. Now, quickly scan them, because that's what most donors do, by the way. They don't read them, they scan them. After you've scanned them, ask yourself this question. Number 1, are these communications about our organization, or are they about the donor and the beneficiaries? And if they're mostly about your organization, you could be raising more money by talking to a donor about what they did, not what you did. And then number 2, can donors, at a glance, easily know that their gift did something important? And if not, if it's not really clear from looking at subject lines and picture captions and headlines, then you could be raising more money.
Here's the thing. It's really simple, but it's hard to do. After a donor makes a gift, they are wondering what their gift accomplished. If your communications are all about what your organization has been doing, then you're not answering the question they are asking.
That's right. And so for this fall, if you want to raise more money, you need to answer their question by telling them what their gift accomplished. Be absolutely certain you share great stories of lives that have been changed. Tell the before and the after to show the donor the change, and then give the donor the credit for the change. If you do that, your donors will love your newsletters, and you'll start raising more money immediately.
So look at your communications and ask yourself, did you give your donors enough chances to help your beneficiaries? And when they make a gift, did you report back to them and tell them what was accomplished because they gave a gift?
That's right, and the performance data is very clear from thousands of organizations. You're going to have to get used to asking a little bit more often, and you're going to have to get used to giving donors the credit for the changes that happen when they give. But if you do those 2 things well, you will raise more money.